and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide. Now the 2023 season is just around the corner and we are so excited for it, aren't we, Charlotte?
Honestly, we cannot wait to get back in the parks and get on some of our favourite coasters.
Now that's the thing, every year there's lots of brand new rides and roller coasters that open up all around the world, and of course we try our best to ride as many of them as we can do. This year is no exception to that, because there's over 150 new roller coasters opening all across the world this year. That's from the roller coaster database. That's a crazy amount, isn't it?
I didn't realise there was going to be that many.
There's a lot, from huge new B&M coasters through to tiny little wacky worms. There's lots opening in 2023 at theme parks all around the world. But in this video, as you've seen by the title, we've made a list of the rides that we're most looking forward to.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do the top 5 and we're going to count down the ones that we're most looking forward to this year.
Yeah, so 5 different roller coasters across the world that we are very much looking forward to. And of course, along the way, we'll share some construction images, some footage of the rides, and of course, share our thoughts on them and why they make it into this list for us. But shall we get started, Charlotte?
Yeah, let's go. So
here we go.
Number 5, we've got Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington, which is located in the UK.
Yeah, so Chessington World of Adventure's brand new themed area, the world of Jumanji. And why this has made it into the list is because it's a very unique B&M coaster. Now, of course, B&M builds some fantastic rides. Of course, Bolliger & Mabillard, Swiss company, they're known for the build quality. They're very reliable, very smooth, comfortable rides. However, for a number of years now, they've kind of sat in the comfort zone when it comes to rides, haven't they?
Have. So it's nice to see them like branching out into doing new things.
Yeah, and there's a couple of B&M coasters in this list. Another one that's very unique coming up later. But yeah, with Mandrill Mayhem, it's a shuttle coaster. So it's B&M's first ever coaster out of all these years that doesn't actually complete a full layout. It's going to come back through the layout backwards. And that, to me, makes it really fascinating. Now, obviously, there's been testing footage this week. Hopefully, we're going to see that for ourselves this week. Really looking forward to going to the park. We've actually got a full construction site tour coming up.
I'm actually really looking forward to actually seeing the area from over the fence.
Yeah, because obviously we've done a lot of updates from outside, but it's going to be great to step inside the area and see what it's like. But yeah, the coaster itself looks very unique. Obviously, we know it's got the multi-pass launch, it's got the spike, it's got one inversion that, of course, you'll complete forwards and then backwards. There's also a backwards seat on there as well, even though really it doesn't make much difference because it is a shuttle coaster. It looks really fun, really unique. Obviously, it's more family thrill than full-on thrill or full-on family. Obviously, it has got the inversion on there, so it's a family thrill coaster. But it looks like it's going to be a great ride. I don't think it's particularly going to be very fast or anything like that. However, I just think it's going to be a nice addition to Chessington, and to see B&M stepping out of the comfort zone makes me really excited.
I think it's what Chessington need. They need something to draw like the little thrill seekers in as well. I think the track colour looks fantastic. I think the area will look really nice when it's finished.
Yeah, definitely. But that's Mandrill Mayhem opening this year at Chessington World of Adventures here in the UK.
So number 4, we've got Enchanted at Portaventura in Spain.
Yeah, so this is a really interesting looking ride because it's been built in a huge show building at the moment. And yeah, this is an Intamin multi-dimension coaster, of course, based on the Sony movie franchise. I haven't seen the movie, have you?
See, when I was younger, I used to play the game. So they used to do a game, and
yes,
now they've made it into a film, but I haven't seen the film.
So maybe you've got a bit more idea on it than I have.
Yeah, a little bit. It depends what the film's like.
It's not really the theme that interests me so much with this. It's more the fact that Portaventura is finally building an indoor roller coaster.
Nice to see.
Yeah, this is something that I've wanted to see that park do for quite some time. I'm not sure on the location, especially with it being built in the Wild West themed area known as Far West. I don't really know how that's all going to fit together. But still, like I say, I've not really seen the movies. Has it got Wild West theming? I don't really know.
I don't think it has.
Obviously, it is being built in the Far West area of the park. But yeah, this is an Intamin multi-dimension coaster, and this looks fantastic because it's got so much going for it, including a whopping 5 launches inside this show building. And just a bit of a comparison, of course, to Project Horizon here in the UK. I mean, at Alton Towers, we know they're building a new indoor roller coaster. The show building for this is actually smaller than Project Horizon, so it gives you a bit of an idea on how much Alton Towers can fit in that building.
That's quite interesting to know, because when we do go and ride it, we can see sort of what it's going to be like if the show building's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, that's the thing, and obviously we know this is an Intamin multi-dimensional coaster. I was talking about Project Horizon at Alton Towers and thinking, could it be an Intamin multi-dimension? I mean, granted, there was a few other options I spoke about, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see this and in a show building at Portaventura. But yeah, 5 launches. It's got like a spike rollback on there as well, and it looks like it's going to be pretty well themed. I mean, Portaventura, when it comes to theming, it's top class, isn't it?
Yeah, they do such a good job at the theming, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this one.
Yeah, definitely. But looking forward forward to that Uncharted opening this year at PortAventura in Spain.
So number 3, we've got Pipeline, the surf coaster at SeaWorld Orlando in the USA.
Yeah, so we're talking about B&M being really innovative and trying new things, like with Mandrill Mayhem, with the shuttle coaster. Wow, they've brought back the stand-up coaster, but in a new form with the surf coaster. I really like the look of this. And yeah, what are your thoughts, Charlotte?
I'm really looking forward to this. I think the actual track colour looks fantastic. It's really adding to the skyline of an already fantastic park, and I just can't wait to have a go on it.
Yeah, it's actually going to connect up that part of the park, because if you've been to SeaWorld Orlando, you'll know that really it doesn't connect up fully if you're walking around the paths. With this, you're going to be able to finally walk around towards Icebreaker, so that'll be nice. And a little area underneath it. It's got a water splash. It's only got one inversion, but it looks like it's got a really unique launch, because it's got an airtime hill on the actual launch itself. Lots of helixes, so there'll be plenty of chanting going on. Lots of tight banking. It just looks like a really fun coaster. And the actual train design itself looks quite fascinating, doesn't it?
It looks really unique, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go.
Yeah, literally, the seats are going to bounce like whilst you're going round.
Quite strange.
Yeah, I can't wait to give this a ride. It looks really fascinating. The track's all been finished now. Testing will be starting momentarily, so yeah, I'm looking forward to see some testing footage of this. But SeaWorld Parks and Resorts have been investing a huge amount of money in their parks, and yeah, another big coaster for SeaWorld Orlando. They really are trying to turn that park into the coaster capital of Orlando, which is fantastic. But yeah, Pipeline, the surf coaster, track colour looks nice, trains look awesome. I like the theme for it, and yeah, it should be a nice addition to SeaWorld Orlando.
So number 2, we've got Tartarus at Parc Asterix in France.
Yeah, so this is going to be a ride that we've been waiting for a few years now. It was originally planned to open a couple of years ago. Obviously, the pandemic's delayed lots of things, but we are getting it this year, and it's only a couple of months away from opening. Yeah, Tartarus, this looks fantastic. It's actually going to be the tallest and fastest roller coaster in France. We're talking 167 foot tall and a top speed of 66 miles an hour. But what makes me really excited for this is the fact there's going to be up to 23 moments of airtime throughout the layout.
Honestly, we absolutely love airtime on a ride, so I can't wait for this one.
I'd probably take airtime over inversion, so this is very exciting. Yeah, the fact we're seeing this monster ride at Parc Asterix, already a great park with some fantastic coasters and attractions, and then yeah, they're putting in this beast. It's not just the coaster though, it's the full themed area that's going to be fantastic as well. Now this is an Intamin LSM coaster, and yeah, it seems like there's going to be a bit of a battle of the Intamin LSM coasters this year, as you'll find out from our number 1 spot in just a moment. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be absolutely awesome. A real big, powerful coaster for Parc Asterix, and yeah, just something, you know, to really shout about the fact they've got that record holder for France. It's going to feature 4 launches and 3 inversions as well. We've seen the testing footage, and I tell you what, it looks like it's got some good pace into it, really nice speed, and yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic ride. And again, Parc Asterix have really thought a lot about the theme in these past few years, more than ever, so I think this will be a great addition to the park.
Like launch coasters, some of my favourite coasters out there, so I can't wait to give it a go and actually get back to Parc Asterix, because I've only been once.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it's really easy to get to. It's very close to Disneyland Paris, so it's easy to tie in a trip. But yeah, really looking forward to this one. Tartarus looks like a fantastic addition to the park. We've been waiting a few years. It's been about 4 years since we saw the animation of what this was going to be like, so it's going to be nice to finally step on it this year and enjoy it. But yeah, we've been through our list just there of 4 different coasters that we're very much excited to ride. But of course, what is in our number 1 spot, Charlotte?
So it is Batman Gotham City Escape at Park Warner Madrid.
Yeah, so this is a fantastic park. I really like Parker Warner. However, they've had no major investments since the park opened, which is like 20 years ago. It's crazy. So what they're going to be doing is building a Intamin LSM coaster, and I say going to be building. The construction looks like it's starting to wrap up, and yeah, I tell you what, this looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it really is the battle of the Intamin LSM coasters this year, because obviously with Parc Asterix, with Tartarus, and then this opening up. It's a great year for Spain as well, with the new coaster to PortAventura and this new coaster as well at Parker Warner. So yeah, this looks absolutely brilliant. Really excited for this. Here's some stats for you about the ride. So it's going to feature 3 different launches, 4 inversions. It's got a vertical spike And there's something on here that I love so much. I always talk about audio packages. Audio really makes it, Charlotte.
It really does. Like when you're going around, it's telling a story or playing audio. It really does add to the experience.
Yeah, and this is going to have an onboard soundtrack.
Which is good.
Yeah, we saw this photo of the trains, which look really nice, really sexy train design. And yeah, it's got the speakers built behind. Now, I think that's going to really tip this coaster to a top 10 spot possibly
As
for
you're going
me.
around, it could be telling a story. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's probably going to have music pumping out as you're going around, adding to the experience. But with it being a launch coaster as well, there's so much they can do. I've always said with Velocicoaster at Universal, I love the ride so much, but I wish it had onboard audio.
It
That would
really
take
add
it to
to
the
it,
next
yeah.
level. So I think with this, the fact it's got onboard sound is really exciting. For some people, that wouldn't get them excited, but for me, that turns it from just not just a roller coaster, but into a complete package experience. Especially when you've got a massive stall on there. What they can do with sound could be fantastic for this. Yeah, it looks to be some of Intamin's most crazy work so far. This coaster reminds me a lot of Velocicoaster with the layout. It's got a huge top hat. It just looks like it's going to be a fantastic ride. And yeah, it looks like it's got some good bits of theming around as well, like dipping in and out of existing buildings at the park. That's what makes it for me. It takes you on a journey. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to getting on that this year.
Yeah, from what we've seen for like photos and videos, it looks great. And I've actually never been to the park before, so I can't wait to get there.
Yeah, so it'll be Charlotte's first time getting on lots of the rides.
Yeah,
I
there's
like
so
everything.
much that I've got to do.
Yeah, including the giant inverted boomerang from Vekoma.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, along with that, they've got a couple of B&M coasters at the park, and yeah, it's really nice there. So I'm looking forward to visiting, of course, and getting on this. But what a year, once again, for theme parks. Loads going on, especially, with the current financial situation with the world, and also since the pandemic. The fact we're seeing these parks invest heavily is really
really good.
positive, really exciting.
It's good to see.
And then you think about what we've got coming up next year as well with new coasters,
Another
especially
good
here in
year.
the UK, with a record breaker in the UK next year. So much to look forward to.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to
It's
it.
going to be a fantastic year, and obviously we've kind of confirmed some of the places that we're going to be going to this year in this as well, but stay tuned for further trip announcements about what's going to be coming up here on Theme Park Worldwide in 2023. Looking forward to all of them. Let us know your thoughts down below in the video comments, and of course, which one are you looking forward to the most? Maybe it's out of our top 5 list, or maybe it's a different one, because like I say, there's over 150 coasters opening this year. Madness.
That's a lot, that is.
Crazy that is. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching us here on Theme Park Worldwide. We've got lots coming up now in the build up to the main season.
Yippee.
We've got a preview of Alton Towers coming up next weekend. We're going to be staying over as well at Splash Landings and taking you for a full tour there at the hotel. And then along with that as well, we've got Centre Parks coming up. We're going to be filming that, and lots more to enjoy before the start of the main season in just 3 weeks' time.
Oh, I cannot wait for the season to start.
It's going to be absolutely awesome. But there we go. That leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.